Hi guys, how are you today? Happy Monday. So this week I'm going to be focusing on 6-well palettes and how you can maximize a 6-well palette to where you can use it for your whole entire face. We're talking everything. So, pardon me. So today I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to be using this 4-well plus these two. Okay, so my 6-well's already being taken. So I'm gonna do so I'm gonna use the darker color for my brows. So you can always use a darker brown or a lighter brown. There's a dark and there's a darker brown and a lighter brown in this palette, so you can utilize it for your brows. If you don't have dark brows, and you don't have to use the darker color. So you can utilize the lighter color for your brows as well. Okay, so we're just doing brows really fast because honestly, being able to versatilely, if I can pronounce things, versatilely use it for brows, then you're in good shape. Because brows is like the hardest thing that people struggle with, I find. So then I'm just gonna take what's left. I'm just gonna take some here. Okay, and so I already have concealer on, so obviously we can't use shadow for concealer, right? Well, I guess you could. It just won't look very good. No more whiskey. Okay. Look how easy you can do your brows with just eyeshadow. Now mine are bolder. I like them a little bit bolder just because they're so tiny. I like them a little bit more bolder. Okay, so we're doing these 4 plus another 2 over there. So I'm gonna show you how you can kind of just make it a neutral, so you don't have to use tons on your how you could just kind of take it and make it into a everyday brownish kind of look. Okay, and then we'll show you how you can change it to more of a dramatic brown if you would like. So I'm just taking this lighter brown. So I did this one for my brows, and I'll do this one for my shadow, but you can use this for brows if you have lighter hair. I just have darker hair, so for me, I have to use a darker color for it to match, right? It'll look silly if I don't. Okay, so people ask me what my trick is, and I always just look straight ahead, and I just go right over that divot right there, okay? If you struggle with saggier eyes, you'll know what I'm kind of talking about. This is the top thing I get the most questions about, is people who struggle with putting on multiple eyeshadows. It is probably the most common issue that women struggle with, is knowing where to put all these shadows. And just because you get a 6-well palette doesn't mean you have to use all of them on your eyes. Maximize what you have. So that's why we multi-use and show you how to multi-use things, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in this dark color, the same one that I used for my brow, and I'm going to pop that into the side. And all I'm doing is I'm just throwing it on there, right? Nothing fancy, right? Just throwing it on there. Okay, and I'm just gonna take whatever's left and I'm just gonna pull it in. Okay, now you don't have to go that dark. You can leave it as light as you wanted to before. It's totally up to you. I'm gonna show you how to kind of jazz it up here in just a second. So if you want to, just take your concealer brush. All I'm doing is just tossing leftover concealer on there. That's all I'm doing. I'm really not doing that much, okay? So I'm actually going to take this really pretty shimmery color here. I think it's a gorgeous color. I want to say it's called Rose Colored Glasses. Yeah, it's called Rose Colored Glasses. I believe is what it's called. I can't get that off of there. So I'm just going to use my finger. And then a really good trick. Just kind of touch your lip or your tongue, whatever's easier. And I just pat that on there. Okay, and all I'm doing is now you could squirt water on your finger. I mean, honestly, like, it doesn't have to be. I just brushed my teeth, so I just got home and I always brush after I eat lunch, so I shouldn't brush 3 times a day, but I do. Okay, so all I did was I just put on that pretty rose-colored, I think this is rose-colored glasses. I'll have to let you guys know for sure. It's either rose-colored glasses or sequins, something like that. But all I'm using is just my finger. And then I'm just going to go in with this fluffier brush that I was using at the beginning. And I'm just fluffing it in. Okay, that's all I'm doing. A very pretty color, just very easy on the eyes. It's not a lot. It's just really pretty. And then this one right here is a very light color. All I'm going to do with that one, okay, I'm just, hardly using anything. And all I'm doing is using it to kind of clean up my little mess I got going on here. I shouldn't have done that right there. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do there. Now, I am going to take some setting spray here. Okay, so I'm just gonna take some setting spray here. And I'm gonna take this same liner brush that I used for my brows, and I'm going to use it to put on my liner. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm using it as liner, guys. This goes on just like a normal liner when you use setting spray. Look at that. It goes on just like regular liner, okay, when you use setting spray with it. Like, completely game changer. You don't have to use liner if you don't want to. Okay, you can use, I need to look straight ahead here. Look how easy it is to do a little chicken wing there. Yeah, I said it, chicken wing. I know I've been going sporadically on live, and I'm really sorry, but it will be fixed here. So I used 2 eyeshadows, 3 eyeshadows so far. I used this one for my brows and for liner. I used this one for eyeshadow, this one for eyeshadow, and then I used this in the middle of the eyeshadow. So what I like to do after I get that liner on, I just like to go in there and just kind of slap some more. But yes, this is eyeshadow on my eyes as liner. Yeah. If you've never used eyeshadow as liner before, it is so easy. And once you squirt a little setting spray on there, it just darkens it up. Okay, so we're utilizing this for the whole skin, the whole face. We want it to look just fresh and clean. This is really great look for the fall. I like to call this one, this palette that I actually created this one, and I really love to call it, I always call it hot chocolate. It's a hot chocolate to me. Okay, so I'm just gonna wipe those off. So do you see how I did this wing with eyeshadow? Okay? So it's super easy. These are just for like notebooks. So I just actually keep them right here. You can get them at Walmart. I usually use like elf tape, makeup tape. I forgot to grab some the last time I was at the store. So that's what I had lying around. I'm going to smack on some quick mascara. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to utilize it around the rest of my face. But I want to put my mascara on first, so then you guys can see how I utilize that. If I can find my mascara. Here we go. Here you go. Okay, so I'm just using waterproof. I may put on falsies depending upon how good these go today. I notice sometimes when it's really muggy and humid, my lashes just don't. Okay, do you see that? So I'll let that sit there for a second. And then I'll pop down. I'm just doing my thing. You love it when I say. Sorry, I have to get really close because I'm blind as a bat. So I had to go to a doctor's appointment today. And I'm telling you, I absolutely hate going to doctor's appointments. I don't really know anybody who loves to go to the doctor. I don't really know anybody in my life that loves to go. Between appointments, I feel like I'm always at the doctor's. Okay. So we've got the eyeshadow on. I did get some up here, so I am gonna go over that so it kind of just, baby girl, will you rock it out with me? Okay, so I'm going to take some dark contour. Okay, and I'm gonna start up here and I'm gonna go right in here. Okay, because I like my contour to be really high. Plus it makes you look skinnier. Okay, and I'm gonna put some right in here and right in here. Okay. So I got that on there. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take some lighter contour, which comes in our, these both colors come in our complexion palette. Okay, so I'm just quickly doing a fast contour. You're gonna see how how professional I am here, right? You're gonna see how professional I really am. Because I'm telling you what, I am the most professional when it comes to contouring and highlighting. I just get it done. Okay, I forgot to get this wet. It smells like I used a lip gloss the other day that smells like strawberries almost, and so my thing smells like it. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start putting foundation on, and then I'm gonna show you how I utilize the rest of the eyeshadow palette like I did for the whole eye area. So all I'm doing is taking a little bit of foundation and I'm blending in all this contour. And it's reverse foundation. I don't know if you can do this with regular foundation. I know you can do it with wax base, which is what I use. So I do know that. Okay. Now you're probably thinking, how is it not overpowering the contour and the highlight? It's because it's wax base. It's just kind of blending it out. Okay. I did a boot camp on this. This is my favorite way of applying foundation, especially to mature skin. So if you struggle with getting foundation on, this is the greatest way to get it on. Plus, wax base is so good for mature skin. It's just great for mature skin because you don't have to worry about it creasing and getting all that gunk in there. So, looking for my brush here. Okay, so now we're going to utilize this darker, like medium dark brown. We're going to utilize that for a on top bronzer, like if you wanted a bronzer. So I did the contour right in here. Okay, so you want to do it right in this area right here. Now you could go dark if you wanted to, if you want to go darker. However, for me, this brown is probably the best brown. Okay. Missed a spot there, guys. There you go. You guys gotta warn me of this stuff. Okay. We're gonna go in and blend it. All you need is like a fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna use my foundation brush. And I'm just gonna go in. And I'm just gonna blend it in so it doesn't look so choppy. Okay, so there we go for the bronzer. We used the same eyeshadow that we used for partial eye, we used for bronzer. Okay, now I'm going to show you the blush. This is my favorite blush. So this is the blush we're going to be using right here. Okay, and it's eyeshadow. I'm telling you guys, you have no idea. I don't even need that much. You have no idea how much you're missing the boat on utilizing your shadows as different makeup items. It literally puts the new meaning in that. Okay, there's that blush. And it's actually called Blush Hour. That's what's so great. It's called Blush Hour and you use it as blush, right? Okay, now we're gonna do the highlight. Now you could go in with this right here and you could utilize this as a bronzer as well. That was part of the palette, and I have used this before. I'm just gonna blow it off just a little bit. Okay, it kind of gives a darker tint to the okay. Now some people don't want to be this dark. I don't mind it. I love it. I love it a lot. I love it a lot. It doesn't bother me to be bronzy. I feel like it really brings out my features when I do that. Now I'm going to use this same lighter color that I used up here. I'm going to use this as a highlighter. Okay, way too much again. Okay, so I'm just going to okay, look at that. Now if you want to, go ahead and take this color, and I love to put it right up in here. And this is all huge tips from makeup artists, like high-end makeup artists, I promise. So you will not be... I'm just going in and I'm putting in another coat. My mascara. Yeah. Okay, so now we're just gonna do a really pretty lip. Okay, so what I love about this lip is that it's gonna be super neutral. It's not gonna be hard to do. Okay, so we're gonna do something similar to this. Okay, but I'm gonna line my lips first with something just so I can have a base as to where I'm going. Baby. Okay, so I'm just gonna Need to touch this up a little bit. I am so horrible at lips. That's one thing I wish I could get better at. Oh, pardon me. I have the hiccups. Something fierce today. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna make it a little bit more dramatic. Okay, and I'm just gonna take some Okay, so I'm just taking some lighter concealer. Okay, just trust the process here. So I'm just taking that sequin color and then I'm going to go back in with it over my Cupid's bow, my nose. Just right in here. Guys, look at that. Gorgeous. A gorgeous 6-well palette all for you. For your whole facey daisy. Like, how easy is that? This lip turned out gorgeous too. Absolutely love this lip. One of my favorites. Now what you could do to kind of spice up the lip a little bit more, you could take this little brush-a-do right here. Let me see if I can find the colors that I just threw in there. Here it is. Kind of just go. You can even wear these lips that I put on as a shadow too. You can use these as a shadow. But 6-well palette I use for eyeshadow, brows, liner, highlighter, bronzer. I used it on top of my lipstick. We used it for contour, highlight, all of that. So it just turned out so good. And I'm just taking that lighter color. So we used all 4 of these, and then we used these 2 on the side. Okay, so we used all 4 of those for the entire look, besides foundation, okay, and mascara. Got to do that. Can't do eyeshadow for mascara. I mean, you could, but that's way too technical. So this is one of my favorite looks. It's absolutely awesome. You can get our 6-wells super, super, super discounted right now. So if you don't have one, I suggest you get your booty in there and get yourself one. Absolutely top of the line game changer for the winter coming. and getting yourself a look. I have like this red thing and it's not, maybe it's just my eyes that are seeing it. So absolutely love this look. If you have any questions on the colors that I used, shoot me a message. Okay, see you guys later.